Hello, whole food, plant-based weight loss community. My name is Lacey Cattell. I am a holistic nutrition and wellness specialist and have been plant-based for nearly 10 years. Now, today's session is another Tuesday Q&A. So please keep the questions coming. Really just help you guys stay on track, whether you're brand new to eating more whole foods, whole plant-based foods, or maybe you're hopping back on the plant-based bus for 2025 as a resolution. Either way, today I've got three simple but powerful to me tips to help you get started or stay on track, whichever you are. So definitely leave me a comment below. Let me know where you're tuning in from. All right, let's begin. So I was thinking about this, and I know that when you're transitioning to a plant-based or a plant-focused lifestyle, however you want to refer to it as, or however you are classifying it as, it can feel overwhelming no matter where you are. So whether you're doing it for weight loss, whether you're doing it for better energy or simply overall optimal wellness, I want you to remember it's about progress and not perfection. Okay? So my first tip is quite simple. And it may seem like a given to some of you, but hear me out. Tip number one, start simple and build from there. In fact, earlier this week, I posted about starting simple, and I actually am expanding on that post in this. But what do I mean by start simple? I mean, don't overcomplicate things, okay? Don't feel like you have to change everything overnight. Focus on the basics. Focus on incorporating more whole grains, more beans, lentils, lots of colorful fruits and vegetables, and of course, healthy fats like nuts and seeds. But by just focusing on the basics, you're giving your body time to adjust because I don't know what previous eating or nutrition habits you've had, but your body is going to be um, going through a reset or even a detoxification. Maybe you had a lot of fast food, maybe you were eating a lot of takeout. Your body's going to go through a process of detoxing and resetting. So that's what I mean by saying start simple and then build from there. Try easy swaps like swapping out the dairy milk for almond milk, soy milk. I love a soy milk. Just make sure the ingredients are just soybeans and water. It's really that simple. Replace your meat with beans or lentils. Or, just before hopping on here, I saw someone who made a meat dish out of oyster mushrooms. Okay, play around with the seasonings, but again, keep it simple. One of our favorite dishes is like a sloppy Joe made from lentils and tomatoes and seasonings. And I have a recipe for that. So if you want the recipe, just comment sloppy Joe and I'll send it to you. That simple. So those are a couple swaps. Keep snacking simple, okay? Snack on fruit, hummus. Um, Trail mix is great, but the calorie density does add up pretty quickly because the water factor is taken out, so you're actually eating a little bit heavier of a food with the fruits and the nuts and seeds. So just kind of keep that in mind. I would stick more to the fresh fruit or the hummus. Trail mix is great to have on hand when you want something a little bit heavier on the caloric density. Um, Remember, meal prepping, even just a little, can set you up for success, okay? If you follow me on social media, then you've probably seen that my Sundays are all centered around meal prepping, okay? Start with prepping a few staples that you love and build from there. So, one thing I'll do is is create a seitan or a tofu, and I'll have that as the base for some of my meals. And I'll have tons of veggies and whole grains as a to complement the meal. Okay, so it's an addition too, but it's easy to keep those on hand and then add the complementary sides to it as you see fit. Tip number 2, focus on nourishing foods and not restriction. Now, what do I mean by that? By nourishment rather than restriction, this can actually be a mindset shift that can make a big difference. Okay, so instead of thinking about what you can't have, think about all the amazing, nourishing foods that you get to enjoy. So instead of thinking, oh, I can't have that, think about, oh, I get to eat this, right? When your meals are built around vegetables, which of course are going to have fiber, nutrient dense foods, your body's going to feel more satisfied, which is actually going to result in less cravings, and you'll have more energy throughout the day. So, some things to focus on with nourishment instead of the restriction: fiber. Okay, it keeps you full and helps with digestion. So, part of the meal prepping that I do is roasting or sauteing vegetables to have on hand: Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, green beans, asparagus. Have all of those on hand. I'll chop up cucumbers and have them with us as a snack throughout the day. Healthy plant-based proteins, okay? Quinoa, tofu, legumes. All of these are key for staying on track, and they're going to nourish your body. The more you eat of these, like I said with tip number 1, your body's going to go through a detoxification process, but the more you eat of them, the more energy you will start to feel, and you're going to notice a lot of differences in your digestion. You'll have more energy because your digestion isn't working as hard, and your skin will change. I mean, you'll notice a big difference with just the change of your digestion and the ease of incorporating more fiber. Your body doesn't have to work as hard to break down processed foods or foods that are hard to digest. With that, hydration. Keep hydration at the top and center of your priorities, because sometimes we mistake our hunger for hydration. And so it's actually that thirst in disguise. So be sure to hydrate first. And then if you're still finding yourself, oh, yeah, I'm still kind of hungry, then you can turn to some snacks, some of the healthy snacks that I mentioned. Tip number 3, give yourself grace, okay? Yes, we want to stay as consistent as possible, but I want you to give yourself grace. And remember, nobody is perfect. You know, we all have our ups and downs, and there are going to be days when things do not go as planned, okay? Maybe you grab something processed or you fall back into old habits. It's okay, okay? Get back on the train and keep on moving. No matter what you do, what matters is that you keep moving forward and don't let one meal or one day derail you. Okay. I was just reading some comments in another group that I'm in, and the person was complaining about um, falling off the train and going towards sugar. And it wasn't just a bite of sugar or a candy bar. It was they let themselves go all weekend and overindulge in sugar, and now they're paying the price. But guess what? They got back up again. They went to the gym, they started eating healthy again. So it's just, I tell you this to remind you that it's just one meal or it's just one day. Give yourself grace, keep your goal in mind, and get back up again. Celebrate those small wins. And you know what? Stay connected with this group for support, because it's a great reminder to yourself why you started in the first place. So if you're just starting your journey, if you're seeking additional support, let us know. Stay connected with us. Whether it's feeling better and having more energy, or you are trying to reach a healthy weight, consistency over time is what leads to lasting change. Okay? So, again, celebrate those small wins and give yourself grace if you do fall off track. Okay? So, to recap a little bit, start simple, focus on nourishment so that you don't feel restricted, and give yourself grace. Okay? You've got this. And remember, I'm here to support you every step of the way. I'd love to hear from you. Again,